Hey Kids Zone team, this is your leadership orientation video. So if you ever considered about being a leader, or maybe you have some questions, this is going to go over some of the basic information that you're going to want to know if you're at all interested in wanting to be a leader here at Kids Zone. So there's 4 things I want to talk to you about that just give you a broad overview of some of the stuff that will help you know exactly how things are structured and answer any of the questions that you have. So the first thing I want to talk to you about are the 5 commitments we have of being a leader at Kids Zone. The first one is a personal commitment to follow Jesus. It might seem a little bit basic, but for every single person coming in that wants to be a leader, we want to make sure that they have made a personal commitment to follow Jesus. The second one is that they have a mindset of saying the kids are the first commitment here. It can be really easy to step into some places and want to elevate ourselves or just want to do this with other people. And we want you to be able to serve with your friends, with people that you enjoy serving with. But whenever we're here in Kids Zone, our priority is to the kids. So we're making that commitment that we're here for the kids first. Our third one is a commitment to character, that we're not just growing in our skills and the stuff that we do, but we're growing in who we are. And that's something that I want to see happen for every single person that's on our team, is that we're not just growing in what we're doing, but we're growing in who we're being. Fourth one being that we're going to grow in our commitment of growth, okay? And what I mean by that is that you are saying, I will be open to any criticism, any thoughts. If I have a leader above me that is seeing something in me that's not right, I'm going to be open to hearing those things from them. So I'm going to be committed to growth. I'm going to be committed towards cultivating and growing what God's put in me. And the last one being a commitment to Kids Zone, because there's some specific values and specific directions that we're going in. We really want to make sure that everybody's on the same board, going in the same direction with that. So you're committing to following where Kids Zone is going. So that's the first thing I want to talk to you about, just those 5 commitments, okay? Now, the second thing I want to talk to you about is something called our leadership flow. Now, what this is, if you've never heard of this, is just a really healthy way to think about how you yourself need to be as a leader, what specific type of ways you need to surround yourself, and what specific type of things you need in order to be the best leader that you can possibly be. So this is 3 things in our flow. The first one is that you have somebody above you. You have a mentor or you have a coach. This can be your service coordinator, your team leader, even just your leader. This is somebody that is above you that is wanting you to grow. And at Kids Zone, we want all of our leaders, our service coordinators, anybody that is functioning in any type of a leadership capacity to be pouring into other people, to be helping them grow. And you need some type of mentor, some type of coach, somebody who is ahead of you or older than you that knows just a little bit more than you that can help you and walk alongside you. So you need that at the top. You need somebody that's pouring into you. But the second phase of the leadership flow is that you're taking that and you're not just saying, okay, that's great, thanks so much for talking to me, but you're taking that and saying, I'm going to now use that. I'm going to take that to heart. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cultivate those things that you told me, those things that maybe I need to do better at, that might be a little bit difficult. Remember that commitment to growth that we talked about, that might be a little bit difficult to hear, but I'm going to take that and I'm going to do something with it. And then the third phase is that you take that and you give that to somebody else. Might not be the same thing, but I'm saying that whole idea of somebody else is pouring into you, you're taking that, you're doing something with it, and now you start to pour into other people. That creates a really healthy flow of leadership. And that's what we want to see happen, is a really healthy leader flow. So stepping into a leadership position means I'm going to have somebody above me and I'm going to have somebody below me that I'm hearing and I'm taking stuff from, and now I'm giving that to somebody else, and I'm making sure that I am growing in the process of it as well. Now, the third thing I want to talk to you about are the 3 main areas that you'll grow in. Because at Kids Zone, it can seem a little bit like confusing of, what am I trying to grow in this way? Am I trying to grow in that way? There's a lot of stuff going on here. There's 3 areas that I want to see every single team member, regardless if you are in 6th grade and you just jumped on the team, or if you are 65, I want to see you grow in these 3 areas. I want to see you grow in your skills. I want to see you grow in your relationship with God, and I want to see you grow in your character. I want to see that after you are done with Kids Zone, or after God gives you the release to stop serving, or you graduate or whatever, that you are able to look back and you're able to say, my time at Kids Zone, I was able to minister to the kids, but I grew in my skills, I grew in my character, and I grew in my relationship with God. That's what we want to see. And as a leader, you're going to be stepping into a spot where all 3 of those areas of your life, you get somebody else above you who's able to help you grow in those same things, and then eventually you'll be helping other people grow in those same things as well. The last thing I want to talk to you about just for clarification on some of how we have things structured. If you come into Kid Zone, you'll see there's a lot of moving parts happening very quickly. We want to make sure that it's very clear how things are structured. So you'll see there's a quick diagram of our flow chart of how we actually have things structured at Kid Zone. At the top, we have a Kid Zone director, someone who's overseeing things. And below that, you'll see for every single service, there's ideally a service coordinator who is coordinating a lot of the volunteers and some of the team who are coming in and being a part of it. Now below that, you'll see there's 4 specific areas. This part might seem a little bit confusing and a little bit different and maybe a little bit new. So we have 4 areas that we specifically focus in on that we want to see grow and really help to create a good environment for Kid Zone. The first one being a boys team leader, overseeing all the boys small groups, the crowd control, that specific area. And in the same way, we also have a girls team leader that's overseeing the girls small groups, just the girls crowd control seating area. We specifically have people designated for that are overseeing all the small group leaders. Our third spot being a presentation leader, somebody who's focused specifically on the production and tech elements and also the elements happening on stage. And our fourth area being an operations leader. This is someone who's overseeing security, check-in and check-out, and making sure that the room is functioning at its safest capacity. So this is how we have stuff structured at Kid Zone. So hopefully this answers a lot of your questions if you've maybe come in and seen stuff and been a little bit confused. But hey, I want to say this to you. My goal is that we are able to produce and we are to help you become a leader to your highest potential. So if you have any questions, please talk with your service coordinator, talk with your Kid Zone director, because we want to see you grow into the best leader that you can be.